You are now listening to the Vitalize Podcast. Hey yo, what up, family? Welcome back to the Vitalize Podcast. You're here with your friendly neighborhood host, Mr. Marcus Black, and I am so incredibly excited, elated, ecstatic for more than one reason today, not just to be in your presence today, but because today is the day. I was about to say, today's the day, man. Today is the day. What day, you might be asking? What is today? What day is today? It's today's day, right? No, today is the day that you can now go and you can get Because You Can. What do I mean by that? Because You Can, the book is available. It's available. If you don't stay today, I want to let you know Because You Can is available to you. And this is a book that I know many have been asking, like, what is it about? What is it about? What's the book about? What's the book about? What's Because You Can? What's it about? I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to be happy to unpack that a little bit for you today and tell you what it's about. But before I do, I got to tell you the story so that you understand how deep-seated this is. Because it's more than just a hoodie that I wear in every color of the rainbow, and not just the colors of the rainbow, but the colors is not in the rainbow. Like this color. This color is not in the rainbow, but this is the official brand color of M Black Speaks. This is the official brand color. There's a reason why I have it in every color, though. There's a reason why I ship them all over the world, and I can name probably north of 10 countries that I've shipped this particular hoodie to. Also, it's on my arm. If you're watching, shout out to the people that's watching, by the way. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you can see it there on my arm. If you're not watching, then maybe you should check it out on YouTube. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can check it out and you can watch the visual and see all of my extraness and see my smiling face there as well. So yeah, because you couldn't see the color either, but this a Carolina bluish color. That's the official color. But man, if you're here for the very first time, also welcome, and welcome to the community. I'm really excited. I know you guys are going to learn something about me, but hopefully if you stick around, I know that I'll be able to leave you better than you came. Two things I always promise to never do. I will never bore you, and I will never waste your time. So as long as you tap in and you stay connected, I'm going to make sure that I leave you better than you came. You're going to take something with you that is going to allow you to live your very best life. So when I think about this journey, I take myself all the way back to the beginning of my journey and why these words, Because You Can, mean so much to me, and why they meant so much that I had to title a book Because You Can, not only because it's the pillar of my brand, but how did it become the pillar of my brand? Well, I take myself all the way back to the year of our Lord, 2018, and I found myself in that place searching for something more. You ever felt like that in your life where you just knew, I don't know what it is, but this ain't it, and I need to get to it, but I don't know how to get to it, and I just know that there's more. You ever felt like there's more? You ever felt a thirst in your soul for more, that you could be more, do more, have more, accomplish more, achieve more? You ever felt that? I know I felt that, and I didn't know how to get to it. But I said, I'm not knowing is not an excuse for not figuring it out. So I'm going to take the steps to figure it out, and I took the steps. And so the first thing I did, and one of the most pivotal choices I ever made, was make the decision to invest in myself through investing in the coaching of none other than Mr. Trent Shelton. Shout out to T. Shelley, man. It's crazy, brother, that we've been rocking for so long, man. 2019, he officially became my coach, and now he's a brother and a dear friend whom I've got to serve alongside on numerous occasions. But, man, I just want to thank you for the contribution you made to my life. But once I reached out to him, he said, let's get to work. And one of the things that happened when we did that, one of the first things he said to me was, you have to build a brand, and you have to build brand words that represent your brand, that you embody and that you always say, because those words will become a rallying cry for your community, and that very community will give your message wings. So I was like, okay, what should I say? He was like, I don't know. I can't answer that question. Only you know that. And I was like, well, can you help me? No, I can't really help you with that one. And I'm like, why can't you help me? It's like, well, all I can tell you is, just search, keep thinking, and when you know, you'll know. He told me that. So we proceeded to meet monthly. We met the next month. All right, man, we just checking in, got this done, got that done, got this done. That's great. What about the brand? Any thoughts on the brand words? Did you get any headway on, the phrase? Nah, man, I don't got it. Okay, well, can you help me? Nah, I can't help you, man. But when you know, you'll know. Month 3, when you know, you'll know. Month 4, when you know, you'll know. Same thing. Month 5, like half a year has passed by, bro. I don't know. And I've been trying. I've been wrecking my brain trying to figure this out, and I cannot figure it out. Yeah, when you know, you'll know. He kept saying that, and I was about to drive me crazy. Month 7, month 8, month 9. I'm literally like a year into this thing, and I'm just about to give up because I'm like, all right. When I say wrecking my brain, I literally mean every time I had a free moment trying to think through, like, what are my words? What do I always say? There's a lot of stuff I always said, and I would be like, hey, what do you think about this? And he'd be like, oh, that's cool. But he would never be like, yeah, that's it. He was like, I can't tell you. When you'll know, you'll know. And he kept saying that to me. And then I'll never forget the day my life changed forever. And that day, I was in Oklahoma City. I was at Will Rogers Park. And when I was in Will Rogers Park that day, I had several people reach out to me over the course of a 1-day period telling me that they were about at the end of their rope. They were tired. They were overwhelmed. They were ready to give up. They didn't know if they could keep going. Life was so bad, so miserable. And I remember thinking to myself, no, it's not. On your worst day on planet Earth, there's something to be thankful for. So it's not that bad, family. It might be bad. And I'm not saying it's not. I done lived through a lot of bad. I'm just saying it's not that bad, right? So I have been listening through that, and then I was live streaming. I pressed live on social media, and this particular day I had a solid group of people watching, a lot of people watching this stream. And I just got turned up, and I just got on a tangent about life and how good life is and how incredible life is and how grateful I am to be alive and how much I believe we can achieve. And I'm just going through this process. I'm so excited about life and all the things that are happening and I'm accomplishing. And I kept seeing comment after comment, but what if my life is falling apart? Or what if everything is awful? Everything is awful. Like, what if it'll never get better? What if I'll never get better? What if I'm not enough? What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not? And I just kept seeing it, and I kept trying to lift the spirits of the community, but finally it got overwhelming to me. And I said, look, as real as I can put it, like on some, like, this is it, fam. I don't know what else to tell you other than this. Like, I know what it feels like to live in a world where people tell you you're not enough. I know what it feels like to live in a world where you feel like you're not enough. I know what it feels like to settle for less than you deserve. I know what it feels like to underachieve. I know what it feels like to struggle and not know which way is up. I know those people. Yes, they talked about you. Yes, they tore you down. Yes, they told you you're not enough. Yes, they told you you're ugly. Yes, they judged you. They criticized you. They spit on you while you were down. I said, but the good news is they did not give you your purpose and they cannot take it away. So because they didn't give it to you and because they can't take it away, then it is now incumbent upon you to believe that you are worth continuing to fight for, that your future is worth fighting for, that you are worth showing up for. So I said, I don't want to hear no more excuses. I don't want to hear how bad life is. I want to hear how hard it is and what you cannot do, because I know I was always told my whole life what I cannot do until one day I decided, and so I did, and I'm here to tell you, you can too. So all I want you to do is go be great and live your life wholly, fully, freely, unapologetically, and you do it because you can. And that's the first time I said because you can. And I'm sitting here seeing white, about to pass out as I share this, because I'm like, yo, I said, I'm telling you, my whole life, I was told what I can't do by the people who matter most. But when I decided I could, I did. And I'm telling you, you can too. And at the moment I said, because you can, like that, every hair on my whole body stood up. The hair on my neck stood up. And I knew instantaneously, and our first words that popped into my head in that moment was none other than the voice of Trent Shelton saying, when you know, you'll know. And all I could think in that moment is, I know. Those are my words. My words are because you can, and they're not superficial. They're not fickle. They're not light. They're deep. And they're deep, and they're dope, and they embody fully who I am as a human. I'm the man who's telling you that anything you believe you can achieve, it's possible. And the reason that hits me so much, so deeply, because not only am I able to tell the world that my own son recently was sharing with a group of adults on. I was live streaming on the community, and my son was sharing some thoughts with them, and he said, I said, what advice would you give them from an 11-year-old before you walk away? And he said, I just want y'all to know that anything you believe, you can achieve. And all I could do is be overwhelmed with emotion because I'm like, where does he get that from? I've been telling my man since he came out the womb, he can. The world might tell him he can't, but his daddy told him he can. And so he will, because I believe, and my belief inspires his belief. And so I'm making that impact and helping people realize. And I want you to believe you can too, but you might be like, but I don't know how to do that. That's all right. I do. I don't know how to believe in myself. I don't know how to stop my thoughts from racing. I don't know how to quiet and steady my mind to keep from being overwhelmed. I don't know how to prioritize me. I don't know how to choose me. I'm used to sacrificing me and always getting the short end of the stick. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do. And that's why I wrote this book. I wrote this book for you. I didn't write this book for you to buy because you want to support me. Family, please keep your money if that's all you're going to do. I don't want you to just buy this book and sit it on the shelf, and then I see you 5 years from now and you be like, oh yeah, I still got your book. And then I'll be like, oh, what's your favorite part? And you can't even tell me one thing from the book because you've never made it past the first page. I don't want you to do that. But if you do want a motivational manifesto, if you want a real guide and a blueprint to how you can live the best absolute version of yourself, then I want you to get this book. And I want you to commit to reading a couple pages a day. Matter of fact, if you do a 75 hard system, it says you should read 10 pages of something that improves your mind and your soul for his is 10 minutes. It's not even 10 pages. It's 10 minutes a day. So you might only get through 3 pages in 10 minutes, but commit to reading a little bit a day, a few pages a day. And you will be done with this book within a couple months' time. And you will be able to apply the principles from this book, and you will be able to change your life. I believe it. You know how I know? Because I did. I changed my life. And I believe you can change your life. But it doesn't matter what I believe. What matters is what you believe. And I talk about that bold believers, that bold faith in the book. You want to know how to have it? Get the book. You want to know how to heal from the hurts that been tearing you down? Get the book. You want to learn how to love again, fully, freely, deeply? Get the book. You want to learn how to bounce back? Get the book. You want to learn how to level up? Get the book. Want to learn how to make all your wildest dreams come true in a real tangible blueprint? Get the book. And if you're willing to do that and invest in yourself, $20 can transform your entire life. But it's not about the dollar amount. It's about you having the willingness to say, I'm worth feeding my mind the same way that I feed my body. I'm worth it. I just want you to say, I'm worth it. And my tone, you guys are used to me just yelling. I even started this with the big energy, but I'm in a different heart space right now because I'm talking to you about one of the most important things to me on planet Earth. One of the closest things to my heart on planet Earth is this brand, these words, this pillar of who I am. And I cannot say that without feeling in the deepest core of my heart that hope and help is on the way for you. And it's in the form of this book. So if you have not gotten your copy, go get it today. If you want it from Amazon, they can have it to you in 2 days. If you're willing to wait 5, I can have it to you, and it'll be a signed copy. So reach out to me if you want a signed copy. If you rather just get it quicker and have it, Amazon might be able to give it to you tomorrow. So then you talk to Amazon. But if you want it the other way, then you talk to me. But nevertheless, no matter how you get it, I don't care how you get it. I just want you to get it because I know what's in it. I want something for you, not from you. So as you get ready to leave my presence, I just want you to know how special you are. I want you to know in a world that's telling you you can't, Marcus Black, also known as M Black Speaks, is telling you you can. So don't doubt it. Don't question it. Don't fear it. Don't deny it. Don't delay. Go get your copy today, and you do it because you can. And normally I would end right now, but I'm actually going to do something special for you that I wasn't planning on doing. I thought about it, but I'm going to do it for you. And there's a spoken word that I have that encompasses or embodies what the spirit of this book is about. So I'm going to share it with you. If you stuck around this long, you'll get it. Otherwise, they'll miss it or they'll have to hear it when it gets posted on social media. But I want to read this to you, and it's called Because You Can. So I'm going to just read it to you. And it says, they told you who you weren't before you knew who you could be. They labeled your past and they named your pain, but never saw the strength in your story. They counted your failures and they never factored in your fight. They measured your wounds in the dark, but they ignored how you survived every night. So let me ask you something. Who do you think you are? Because the day that I decided I could was the day doubt lost its power. I stopped waiting on perfect and started choosing now over someday or later. You see, I chose belief over fear, faith over the facts they provided. I didn't need a permission to rise. I just needed to finally decide it. I learned healing is a choice and not a moment. Authenticity, yeah, that's freedom in motion. That loving again takes courage and forgiveness. That's real emotional devotion. I learned that you can fall and still stand, break and still build with your hands, lose your way, find your fire, and dream again bigger than any plans. You can choose peace over pressure, choose growth over the pain that you've been through, choose purpose over survival, and finally choose you. You can live without chains. You can love without the fear. And you can show up whole without shrinking who you are to be accepted in the rooms that you outgrew years ago. This book isn't pages, it's paths. It's moments where decisions replace your past. Choices to heal, choices to forgive, choices to stop existing and to start deciding to live. I am not what happened to me. I am not my scars or my scar stories. I am the sum of every choice I made when I stood up and chose my authority. It's because you can. And that is for you, my friend. So you go and you be great and you do it because you can.